talk to me about, think back without giving me any sort of military secrets, but anything that would be a good story to share on something that, you did everything perfectly. You did the, initial brief, you did the execution, you did the debrief, and you could think back and wow, that was really top class the way I did that.
I think one of my favorite stories for the success of this entire process that I just shared with you is a time that I was flying on a training mission with my wingman, and we were going down to a bombing range in North Carolina. Perfect weather day, everything's gorgeous, and everything went as planned until my jet had a pretty major malfunction. And the whole process, I'll share with you the story. Do we have enough time?
Yeah.
So we were flying at 14,500 feet en route to North Carolina from Virginia. And we're flying at Mach 0.97, or just under the speed of sound.
Wow.
And just before I call for our next maneuver, I say to my wingman, who's tucked in just 36 inches away from me, we're in a tight formation in two F-18 Hornet fighter jets. Just before I call for our next maneuver, I start seeing stars, much like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. And I said to my wingman, who, by the way, is the best wingman in the Navy at the time, unbelievable supporting cast that I had with me on this flight this day. I said, Mordo, I think I'm hypoxic. I didn't know it yet, but my onboard oxygen generating system had failed.
Oh.
And my brain was suffering from a lack of oxygen to the brain. I said, Mordo, I think I'm hypoxic. And he said, pull the green ring. That's a very simple procedure that we have for hypoxia. And it's a little green handle outboard of my left thigh on the ejection seat that activates our emergency oxygen system. But right as he said that, my symptoms got worse. And I lost all my peripheral vision, and we call it tunnel vision. So you can only see directly what you're staring at, because as we start to suffer from the symptoms of hypoxia, one of the most sensitive things that we have is the blood in our eyes. So as that's all leaving me, I can see only what I'm staring at. And then about one more breath later, I lose my vision entirely. We call it gray out. I'm 100% conscious with all my motor skills. I simply can't see. And as I started to think about what Mordo yelled to me about pull the green ring, total euphoria came over my body. It's essentially like you're stoned.
Right.
And I remember marveling at the brilliance of Mordo's idea, saying, dude, that's a great idea. I mean, that's what you do when you're hypoxic, you pull the green ring. All the while my symptoms are getting worse as my brain is starving of oxygen. Then again, in the back of my mind, I hear Mort screaming, pull the green ring, pull the green ring. And somehow my left index finger activated the emergency oxygen system. And with a few deep breaths, a couple seconds later, I'm totally back to normal, good to go.